Hey guys, Pet1979 here. I gotta bring to you guys today a little review on my newest purchase, the Enlan EL-01. So let me zoom back out. Click, show you guys the knife itself. A quick first look. Let's look at blade centering. This thing is almost dead perfect. Let's look at the outer blade. If it's smooth, comes out smooth. Let's look at the lockup. And you can see the lockup is pretty much towards the end, but there's no issue. The lock bar is not sticking, even when you flip it hard. So let me show you guys the box. Just a simple little box that it comes in, model EL-02. So I guess the K stands for khaki. So yep, a little khaki color. So let's take that out of the way. And let's talk a little bit about the knife. Knife is a great knife. For the price, you get some good steel. You get some 8CR13 MOV. You guys can see right there. Some nice steel. The blade is decently sharp out of the box. I haven't done anything to the blade. Let's do a little sharpness test. Let's see if I get some paper. Not too far away here. Click. Alright, so let's do a little initial sharpness test. So push cut, guys. Don't draw. Never draw the knife. If you want to see if a knife is sharp, never draw, because anybody can draw on a knife. I mean, you can do that with a butter knife almost. So anyway, push cuts. So you see the knife is not that sharp. I did use it a little bit and I did not touch it up. So on some part of the blade it's pretty sharp, but it's nothing compared to let's say, what do I have in my pocket here? I got the Enlan. I really love that blade. I should have bought more of these. Should have like 3 or 4 more of these blades, to be honest. I really miss this knife, and I'm sad, kind of sad that this is the only one I got. I only got one, and I'm sad because this thing is just freaking awesome. Anyways, let's do a little sharpness test compared to that one. So yeah, night and day, right? But this one I did sharpen myself, so, and probably needs a touch up or two so on the strap. So anyways, let's put that on the side because we're talking about this knife right here, the EL-01. So let me do a size comparison. All right, so do I have something to put it again? So I got my trusty level that I keep on my fridge. Yeah, it's not aesthetic, but so let's do a size comparison. So let's put that side by side here, and you know what, let's add some knife to this little comparison. So let's add a couple more knives. So this is, can you guys what this is? Can you guys guess what this is? Oh yeah, so Williamson Design. So this isn't, you know, an Emerson knife. This is a Kershaw collaboration, and this is the CQC4 XL, if I'm not mistaken. This is a really sweet knife. So I don't know why I'm not EDCing. Oh yeah, because it's a little bit more expensive. Well, for me it is. So I'm keeping this one, you know, in a knife drawer. So I'm keeping this one on the side. So let's put that against there. And you know what? I got some more blades. So why not put another one on the table? So this is the what's that one? I don't remember the brand of this. Oh yeah, the Williamson Design. This is from Lansky. So this thing's got some nice steel. This thing's got some 12 Sandvik steel, 12 C27 Sandvik steel. So really nice blade, hefty blade. The only thing is it's too thick. I don't mind that it's really heavy. It's a really heavy blade, but it's just so thick. It's just, this is something I cannot EDC. So it's just too thick for that. So there you go. So a little size comparison. As you guys can see, it's the smallest one in there. Well, if I put it all the way back there. So yeah, it's the smallest one in there. But the blade size though is not that far off. So blade size, let's try to match up the blades and just see the distance. So let's match it up with the scales here. So yeah, so you guys can see it's not that far off if you match it up. It's a little shorter than the Enlan. It's a little bit shorter than the CQC 4XL, a little bit shorter, not much. So if you put it like that, see, just a little tad shorter. And you know, I got another blade that I really love. So this is a clone of the Rat 1, but with the axis lock. Man, this thing is just awesome. Man, you know, I wish you could make that blade with that lock, or even better, that blade with that lock. That would be insane. If you guys know of a knife that's like that, the design is like that. I don't care for the well, that's a nice feature, but you know, a design like that with the same size blade. This is, I think, a 4-inch blade or a little bit more. No, actually 4-inch. So with the axis lock, damn, that would be a sweet blade. But let's compare that to the entire Rat clone right here. So let's take that off, put it on the side, click, click. Alright, so as you guys can see, it's a little bit longer than this one. So a little bit longer than the Rat 1 clone. So not by much, but the blade is a little bit longer as well. So if we put that and we put these things, the scale side by side here, yep, you guys can tell it's a little bit longer than the Rat 1 clone right there. So a little bit longer. So anyway, it's a nice size blade. It's a, you know, it's a really good blade. A couple of things that I personally am not a fan of is there's no choil in the blade. So when you're closing the blade, when I close a blade, especially a flipper, I like to close it once and close it twice like that. So, but this one, the blade is directly, I don't know if you guys can tell, comes directly with my fingers like that. So when you close it down, so a little bit dangerous. So you have to change your muscle memory to close it a different way. Another thing I don't like is the G10 or, you know, FRN or whatever you want to call it that's on there. Not that it's grippy, but those little grooves that they made there, the corners are really sharp on them. So these things really grabs in the pocket when you're putting it with a pocket clip. So I'm probably gonna have to sand those down and just do a little bit of modification if I want it to go in the pocket. Another thing I want to show you guys is the thickness. So if we see the thickness compared to, let's say, the Rat 1 clone, it's a thickness that's almost identical. Well, not almost, but the Rat 1 might be just a little tad smaller, and the feel of the hand is a little thinner. But compared to the Enlan, I mean, this thing is no comparison. So this thing is just, the Enlan is just way thinner. So if you look at that, the Enlan is just way thinner. I mean, the entire scale, that's more than there. So it's, you know, a heavy blade. I don't mind the pocket. Something that's a little bit more heavy, hefty, I don't care for it. I don't care for the weight. I just care for the thickness. So this thing, after purchasing it and just having it in my pockets for a few days, it's a little bit thick on the thick side. So, and there's a couple of issues that I'm gonna have to work on and modify. But this thing is like $15–16 US. I mean, this thing is pretty cheap. It's got a nice, decent blade, decent sized blade. It's got HCR13 MOV, which I'm thinking is gonna take a great edge, and you know, it's gonna hold it for a little bit if the heat treat is done right. But Enlan, I'm not too worried about. It's a knife company that's been making knives for a little while. They got a couple of great designs out there. Another thing I'm not a fan of is the proprietary screws right there. So can't speak right now. So proprietary screws. So you need to purchase a separate tool on a Chinese website to be able to open that. I mean, I guess you could probably do some modification to try to open it yourself, but I don't know. So I'm not a fan of this this particular type of triangular screw there. That's why I love the Enlan so much. This thing has got everything right. I mean, it's got like just a basic flathead screw. You could use almost your nail to, if you got nails, to be able to tighten that up or loosen it up. And this thing is so buttery smooth. The lockup is great. You know, still great after all this time that I had this knife. Still got some good lockup, and I've been fondling this thing forever. I mean, for a while, ever since I had this, and it's been how long, I don't remember. I gotta go look back on my videos. Too many knives videos. So anyways, this thing is pretty smooth. It's gonna smooth up over time, I'm sure. The more I use it, the more I funnel with it, it's gonna be pretty nice. One thing I didn't show you guys though is the tip sharpness. So this is something I like to do. One little test that I like to do is just take the tip and just tap it into paper and see if it's gonna grab and if it's gonna cut. So just a little test for tip sharpness. So yeah, the tip is pretty sharp. So after I pass it up on my work sharp and work on it a little bit, it's gonna be even sharper. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave you off with a little you know, lineup of some of my knives. That's not all of them, of course, but I got a couple. So I'm just gonna make a quick lineup to show you guys. So oh yeah, that one, gotta be careful with it. So, and I even got the Kershaw trimmer out of the you remember this knife, guys, the Kershaw trimmer? Yeah, I got 2 of these and in mint condition. I mean, I haven't used them, and these things are sharp still in the drawer. I don't play with them too much because these things are collectible now. They don't make them anymore. So yeah, really like the Kershaw trimmer. And why not a Big Daddy over here? So yeah, you know what this is? This is a Cold Steel Voyager XL in clip point version, half and half serration. Didn't want a half and half serration, but I got a good deal on it, so pretty nice. So this thing cuts water bottle like a mofo. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you did, a little thumbs up is always appreciated. Hope you enjoyed that little review, and see you guys on the next one.